Hi, I'm Terry Tucker, author of Sustainable Excellence 10 Principles to Leading Your Uncommon and Extraordinary Life. Welcome to another edition of Sustainable Excellence Extras. Today, I'd like to talk with you about the importance of making sending emails the last thing you do, not the first thing you do when communicating information. In dealing with people who work with you, always do as much as you possibly can in person. Why? Because most people prefer leaders who have the warmth and friendliness to deal with them face to face. It also gives them a chance to ask questions and gain clarification. How many times have you been disgusted with an email that decided issues or reported decisions that you knew didn't make sense? It's very hard to talk back to an official email. That's one reason some executives like to use them. But running things by email reduces your credibility as a leader. It's a technique used by people who don't want to explain their reasons face to face. No email on any subject can possibly be as effective as a personal encounter where people have a chance to explain their thinking, ask questions, and make suggestions. True, if you have to provide information about a certain subject to a lot of people, the most efficient way to do it may be to put it in an email. Maybe a meeting of all the people concerned would be too big. Perhaps smaller meetings would take too much time. But before you put out an email to any group, discuss it first with some members of that group. Be sure you are on target, not making obvious mistakes people will object to or misunderstand. Day after day, some executives grind out emails to people about matters that really ought to be handled face to face. Before you put a message in writing, stop and consider. Wouldn't it be more effective to discuss this in person? Then you could be sure the person you were addressing really understood exactly what you meant. Any chance of a misunderstanding could be prevented by a few pointed questions to be sure your meaning was clear. And isn't a personal visit from you or a conversation in your office far more inspiring and flattering than an electronic message? If you are writing an email to people who work for you, you can probably say anything you want to and make it stick. But that doesn't mean it's the best way to do it. When you sense that an idea might be offensive to people, the smart thing, usually, is to tone it down a bit. Find some other ways to get the point across that will not make people so unhappy. If you automatically write emails, however, and never discuss things with people first, you seldom find out how unpopular a certain message may be until the fat is already in the fire. If it would take too long to visit someone, why not check by phone? Let emails be a last resort, a final step, perhaps, but not your first step. Leave me a comment about your thoughts on the positive and negative aspects of sending emails to communicate information. Do you have a particular strategy you use when it comes to sending emails versus talking to people in person? Also, please head over to motivationalcheck.com to get your daily dose of inspiration and motivation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.